Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Welcome back to Planet Crafters with myself, Oswald Lyric Vividor. This is episode 17, part 2, which is the base build. So I've just come back inside to get some oxygen, and it's now time to carry on building our base. So I've managed to fix a problem with the down drop, so I'm just going to continue building that up. Unfortunately I had some minor errors with it, so what I'm going to do is just hope that it allows me to do what I would like, which is just link all these together. So let's go up one, there we go, and now hopefully I can get this down grid in place. Come on. You're not going to do it, are you? You're going to be an idiot all your life. It was working just a minute ago. And now it's not going to work. No. Oh no, it is. There we go. Right, so that's that bit done. So you may have to do what I've just done, where you delete them out and delete them back and put them back in. But I'd recommend that you put these things in place first. And at least do 2 along. I'm going to build some temporaries in place just to connect these up, so that it's a complete grid reference, and then I can get rid of that one, and then we'll start putting these back in place. And as long as you get that link bit done, it's all linked in place. So that's basically from this doorway up the top. So if you put the doorway in, and then straight away after this grid here, you're going to go down 3 steps. And the idea of this is so you can drive your car all the way around the bottom. So if you're ever coming from, say, over that way, you can drive in, pull up, get out, drop all your stuff off, and then jump back in, drive to here, up and out again. And you can do the same thing on the opposite side, so it's going to have 2 down slopes. The next bit is to build the bottom reference over here as well. So unfortunately they're not going to tie in and link in. There's going to be like a tiny gap at the bottom for whatever reason that is. That will be probably a render issue with Blender or something along them lines. During the time when they were making the meshes for the items. Unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Right, so I've now unlocked the bigger devices so that I can build those staircases. So I'm going to start adding them in. So we want a reference of that, which is this over here. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I'm going to need 10 aluminium, 10 titanium, and 10 iron. And then we'll add some more iron just so we can build some grids in on top. I'm going to top up on water a second, and then we'll get back out the door. Oh, and I have removed my power because now I'm at 80 MTI. I don't want to continue on making any terraforming whatsoever, because I would rather not. So, yeah, we're going to link these in place. Unfortunately, it's not going to work the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I'm going to have to go underneath that. Okay, that's not going to work the way I wanted it to. So we're going to come over here first, and we're going to put the first one in here. Turn that round, and that's that one in place. So when we go inside, unfortunately I haven't put the other door in yet. So when we come in, we'll have a way in there, so you can go straight up the stairs, and then you've got a way in to move around as well. So I've put some thought into it, so don't worry. And I will show you the whole build, obviously not all of it, but what I now need to do is get underneath somehow and just delete that out a second. Right. So I'm going to use some of these just so I can link this in all the way to the back. And this is literally going to go all the way to the back. So I'm going to have to come back. So we're going to link this step into this group here eventually, and it's going to be 3 wide again. So we get that done first. Because we're going to use the underneath for all of our biolabbing stuff. So eventually we're going to do all of that. And then what we'll do, we'll link that together as well. Should really bring some over and make bolts with it all, but yeah, don't know. Now, we're going to have to, for this bit, we're going to have to put the corner bits on and join them up, but the idea was to get at least one of these in place. So we turn that round and link that in place. I do believe that's all in place, so that will be the first one. So now we want to get the second one in place and also put some staircases in. And I did say that we were going to go through some iron, so as you can well tell, this base does use a lot of iron, but I don't mind. Right, where's the... Yes, I do believe that's right. Hopefully it is. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to extend this bit a little bit all the way down on both sides so we can get the staircases in place. Let's have a look at staircases. do, well, I don't believe that's going to work while there isn't a door. Okay, never mind. So we'll just continue on with this and we'll get to the 3 doors set up first. That'll do 4 more. We'll get them in now. And there you have it. So we'll go and get the rest of our stuff. So I'm going to need to put 2 doors on that anyway, so if I put 2 doors on, then you can see exactly what I've done. So let me mark out doors first. We want some iron, at least 2 of, and then 2 of them. Oh, we need 2 more titanium, and the rest in iron, and then come back out. So let's get the 2 doors in. And then what we'll do, we'll put the staircases in, because then that way you can see them linking together. And then, so now you've got a way in to the back end as well. So you just come up the stairs and you're in your storeroom and your boiler lab. And then that links in down here to your 2 biodomes either end, again and again, so it's all connected. And there you have it. So that's that bit done, and hopefully I can then continue down here with the grids. As well, and I do believe we'll put them back in and go get some more iron. I'm going to put lights up eventually, obviously, and also fences. There's still a lot more iron to spend, as you can well see. That's only because I haven't done the corner post yet, or on the corners there'll be support beams that go all the way onto the ground, and the same on this middle bit, and the same further down. There'll be the same on the bridge a bit down there as well, and at the back end. So we are going to spend the iron. It's why I've turned off terraforming for now, so that I'm no longer building anything that I don't particularly need for now. So my next bit is to put in these bits. I do believe that's where it ends. I can't remember how I built it. Doesn't matter. I'll just put these in for now. And then what we're going to do, we're going to link all that together in a minute. We'll put a corner in, and then 2, and then a square one, a corner one, because this bit here is actually going to be, if I remember rightly, the downslope. Yes, so them two are not needed. So let's see if I can put this in now. No, it's not going to work. Let's get rid of that then. Okay, get rid of them two then. And that should be linked in there, which it is, and then we can put that frame back up. Hopefully, there we go. So the idea being is that's going to continue all the way around here with the corner bits, and then on this bit here there'll be another corner bit, and then there'll be a runway going all the way down there to connect these two as well. So then everything's all interconnected, and then you've got enough space to do whatever the hell you want with, is the idea. Right, so I need a corner bit. Actually, there we go. Oh, I've only brought one over. What a plan. Never mind. So then that's all connected together. And then what we want to do, I'm just going to put that there as a temporary measure, because actually I do believe the corner bit is actually there. There's going to be one more there, because hang on a minute, I've made a mistake. The down bit's actually supposed to be here, sorry, my bad. Maybe not. Next to it, oh, thank you very much. No, it can't be it. I swear it's one after that, but never mind. Well, without having a look at my creative file, I'm not going to be able to tell you. I do believe it was on this bit, but there we go. That's it, because that was supposed to have a corner bit that connects to that bit. So, oh no, that's not where it. Yeah, it is. There you go. Let's have a look. Let's see if I've done this right. So you come out of there. That's going to be a corner. That should be blocked off. So the idea is you have a corner bit here, and then the down slope with a door. I've got a door, and I've got a door. And then you can literally walk across the opposite side as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the new staircases, but it kind of, the only bit I don't like about it is the fact that you can't get the grids to meet with it. Other than that, I like them. I'm just making an adaptation to the base that I created originally. Just simply put, so I can. In fact, we'll have 2 of those. Yeah, no, we'll make it 3. And then we'll take the rest in iron. Yeah, that's the bit. There we go. Excuse me. So I'm going to come back over, do the same thing again. And I did have an opposite way of doing it as well, but I found that I preferred this method. The other method is that you have the down going down here rather than the staircases coming down here. But that's all dependent, like really irrelevant on you. I'm just going to put them in there, and then I'll put some of these down. Remember it being that important. We'll see. I'm not going to be able to show you with the staircase. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether that's actually right, but we'll see. I do believe, 2 seconds, let me just head over to my creative file a second so I can just double check. And then I can at least show you the difference between the one that I've created that way and then the one that I've created that way. So you can literally have one that comes straight down and then you've got the walkway here, The only difference being is that if you do two that way, then you've almost got just a single grid gap. So I kind of tried to create one this way instead. So it is literally on the corner, like I've done. So you've got a block, corner, and then down. So it is 3 after it, but for whatever reason, my one over here almost doesn't look the same. Let's have a look. And look, there it is. It is right. Almost. Yeah, okay, cool. So the next down will be like so, which then gives me 4. Perfect. So I just need to do the same thing over there as I've done here. So like so, and then let's go get some iron. So I was just double checking that because I couldn't remember it. So I went into creative to design the base with that living compartment, just so I could have a look what I thought what it would be like. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it, but I thought I'd show the idea at least, and if you don't like it, you can always adapt it. You don't have to have the same base as me. I'm just showing you my base and how I've designed it. You'll see exactly how it works and how well it works as well. Oh god. I do believe they've changed the jetpack. That never used to happen before. Right, so corner bit done. So now they're all in place, and I do believe that's everything connected for that. So the only thing I need to do now is get some doorways. And I may as well waste some grids while I'm here. Rather than heading home without putting them in place. And then I can start putting lights on the outside as well. So there'll be lights on all of the downstairs bit and lights everywhere else. So we're now looking for doorways, and I've got a few of them to do. The 2 side doors and the 2 down doors. Yeah, so it's 4. Don't need that bit anymore, so that can go away. I don't need any more cross references, so it's literally I've only need 4 of them as well. So the rest of it's all grids. So we'll take those. Oh, yeah, I should have put a door at the front as well, never mind. So we're going to come to this one here, put a door, do the same thing down the other end. Oh god. Oh. Yep. That was a bright thing to do. I'll go grab another door so I can put one on the front end as well. Eat something if I've got, there we go, food. So 1 of each, and then the rest in iron. So literally this bit is literally just going to be showing you how to make the base. That's it, done. I'll do one corner bit that, you know, of everything, and then literally the rest of it's literally just going to be doing windows and floors if you want windows and floors. Obviously don't have to follow it to the T with me, but it's literally just doing lights and other bits as well. I will be putting in windows and walls and stuff like that in this build because I like them. So what we'll do, we'll just extend that a tiny bit, like so, and do the same thing over here. Even though that's got to be on it, so it's not going to work any other way. Okay. So now you can get in them them sides as well. Not that you really need to, but the idea is if you're at the back end of it, you can get downstairs rather than having to run round and go through whatever. It just gives you multiple access points, and if you want to get into there, you can either go through this door and run up, or if you're over here and you want to get, you know, it just gives you multiple ways of getting in and out of the build. Obviously you don't have to follow it like I've done it, like it's up to you how you build yours. I like mine the way it is, so feel free to adapt it if you want to. It's not a major issue. Obviously I do generally like the build, so I will be sticking to it. And then literally the rest of it is just doing this. So you've got enough room now to move your car, or the hover, or rover, whatever you want to call it, all the way around the outside your base. I wouldn't recommend doing all of your trades here and having all your trade rockets here. It gets a bit laggy, so I intend to spread it around, and I will be building other bases elsewhere. So I'll be building a second base somewhere else where I can do other bits there, rather than having them all in the same area. Probably going to have that second base, I would say probably, in fact I might have two of them. So oh come on, I used to be able to get up there with not having to fly everywhere else. Same thing applies from the other end, you just got to go down 2 instead of 1. So we're going to go down 2 steps rather than 3 on the opposite side. Just simply put, because we can, so again we just need grids. That's pretty much all we need now. It's pretty much just grids, just to build all the support beams and stuff. So now it's just going to be these. Is that, yeah, perfect. Like so. That was a temporary one. Get rid of that one. And that's that bit done. Now this corner bit might be a bit of pain because you might need to remove it to put the support in place. So let's get that in first. And then do that. Oh, fuck's sake. Gonna need to put the second support in, and then the corner bit. Put that in as a temporary. So the next bit is to, oh god, break that off. And then build out 3. Is it me or am I still making MTI? I'm not really bothered, I'm just plants and oxygen, I suppose. So now I've created that bit, I just want to make this last bit here, which, to be fair, there's no point me showing you all of this, so I'm going to spread this all the way back to there. So this is going to run now all the way down to the very bottom of here, and I'm not going to do it all because, again, I don't really see the point of boring you to death with showing you that bit when I've already explained it. And now, you know, I'm going to run it all the way down the back and then put a couple of ups so that you can, when this bit over here opens up, spoiler alert, you will see you'll be able to drive through there. So the next bit to this base, with this being in mind, is the front bit. So we're literally going to build now to literally that land over there. So what we're going to do, go down slopes, may as well do 2 sets of. And then the rest of it will be these ones. Running all the way to the back. And that will come out to the front of the end of here. So you see we've nearly gone through 20 boxes of iron. And I haven't even started on the support beams yet. So I mean, obviously you don't have to, but I am going to spend some time doing all the support structures and bits and pieces. You don't want to waste your time with it, you don't. It's your game, you do what you want, but I want to make mine look like it's not floating in midair. So yes, I'm still making MTI. I've just noticed it go from 66 to 68. So, no big deal. So then we're going to just join this bit over, and then after that bit, it's just sticking lights on. Windows, doors, walls. And I do believe that's the end of it. And there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So what we're going to do, after every 2, we're going to put a light. So I'm just going to show you what I mean by that with a couple of lights. So what we want is lights. So we want half magnesium, half iron. We'll put 15 up at a time. In fact, we can do 17 at a time. So what I mean by that is we're going to put one light up and then change the light colour. So I'm going to change my colour to blue. There's a light blue. It's not going to show for now, but you can have whatever colour you want. And then it's just every other one, you're just going to put up a light. And then it's going to be the same thing for things like fences. So there's going to be fences all the way around the outside of it as well. So yes, you're going to need some power to run this base, specifically because the lights. And then we're going to go down there and do the same thing. Fuck off. Thank you, dickhead. And then it's going to be the same thing up here too. So we're just going to basically put one here and then every two on the way down. Like so. And then you're going to do the same thing down this side. And then add fences. And then all you got to do, add windows everywhere that you get windows. If you want floors, use the floors. You know, you can use these living compartment glass and living compartment windows everywhere if you really want to. I will say it does look really good if you use them. If not, it's totally up to you. Like I said, it's your base, you do it the way you want to. I like mine the way it is, and it does look really nice when it's lit up. So we're going to do the same thing around this corner too, and then continuing all the way down the back so it's all lit up. And then do the same thing down here and all the way down. We're also going to put lights up around here and underneath here, so it's all lit up. So it's, you know, you've got light all the way around the base. We're also going to put up fences at every corner as well. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to put fences up, I believe, on the corner slants things, on the slopes. But oh yeah, I haven't put lights up. Idiot. So let's get this done. And my next bit is to put all of the walls up. If I remember right, in fact what I'll do, I'm going to fly down there and put them up here first. Like so. And we'll do the same thing over there. I'm going to have to get some water first. So it's going to be well lit up. I don't really need to show you all of it, obviously, just you get the rough idea. We'll do, let's put away some of this iron first. Hoping there's enough space for it. Good. So the next bit is taking fences. There we go. All the way along. Do the same thing up here too, and the same thing around there. So there's fences all the way around it, and you're going to do the same thing underneath as well. Is how I do it. So it's all blocked off. So there's literally wherever you see, like this bit, all along here, all along there, will be fences. And all along here too. And then what you need to do, if you're following on with me, you just follow on all the way down to the very bottom with fences, lights and grids. And then if you choose to do or not, if you want your base to leave like it is, I'm going to put support beams in the corners here, going down, probably one in the middle over here, and then one over there as well, and on the corners, and then I'll do the bridge with supports as well. So this all looks like it's supported, like it's a structure that's actually held by something in the ground. It's why I saved up so much iron. I'm not going to show you all of that because I don't really see the point of doing it. It's already long-winded enough. I'd rather just show you this next bit, which is how I do all the installation walls. So if I go put, let's go get 3 iron. And then all it is moving everything over from one base to the next. The walls are, oh fuck, I don't even have walls. Shit. Okay, looks like we're not going to be doing walls. So the only other bit is putting doorways in place. So where the T2 biodomes are, you'll put a load of doors in there. You'll take a load of iron. Typical. No, idiot. That'll do. So I'm going to start shoving. Ouch, foot. So I'm going to start shoving doorways in, and then the only other bit is glass. if you choose to put glass up everywhere. So I will normally put doorways here, and I put 2 up, by the way. So I'll get 1 there, and then literally come round the opposite direction. So there's double doors there. I also put double doors here. I also put double doors over here. You don't need to down there, obviously, but I put doors there and there, and I also do the same thing here and here. So it looks like a space station. You know, we're in space after all, so there'll be doors, doors and doors. Maybe not on these bits, but you know, it just makes it look a little bit more authentic. So I'll be doing the same thing here as well, just because I want to. Over in this corner bit, unfortunately, I probably will put doors here and here, just because I can. So there will be doors everywhere, basically, and I think it makes it look a bit more realistic. And having the double doors so it actually looks better. So I intend to build double doors everywhere. So that's the next bit that I've got to do. And then, yeah, I mean, that's literally it. So the only other thing that I would then start doing is start doing things like bring your 2 tables over. So over here I would put my 2 tables next to each other with my 2 pads on them, well, with my 5 screens, and then my 2 crafting stations will go in here, and then I'll start doing rows upon rows of storage units all the way down the bottom, all the way down to the very bottom. And then what I do is I normally have storage around this corner for things like plant seeds or tree seeds, plant seeds, sorry, and then I have another room for rods to go in. And then in this one I normally put my plant seeds, a recycling machine. Here on this corner I put a well, I might as well show you what I do, shredder, and then, you know, I use things like trophies and all that sort of stuff. I put storage along here and in this corner and along here and around, and then in here I'll have tree bark and those and then tree seeds. So when I start making tree seeds, and this will be the room that I predominantly make trees in, and then here I'll make butterflies, here I'll make frogs, and animals. So every room's got a kind of a feel for it, you know. So, but you'll see what I mean when I obviously bring everything over. If I do that quickly, and then I can just do a rundown video of that rather than you sitting around waiting for me to take everything over, because that's pretty much all I've got left to do with showing you, because the next video after that is setting up biolabbing. So that's when we'll do things like water and algae T2s and bits and pieces. We turn on everything back on, and we rebuild all of our terraforming, basically. Yeah, so I'll be turning back on the power, and then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I need to go for a week, so I'll be back in a bit. And what I'll do in between, I'm going to just carry on finishing the base off, getting that complete, because I really don't see the point of you sitting around watching everything take place. And I'll then do a rundown video of how it all looks. You've seen how everything else is built and how I build everything else, so it's just fences, lights and windows and floors, and that's about it. So no worries, I'll see you soon in the next video. Well, I'll show you the rest of the base.